Hey guys, what's going on? It's Darvin here. Welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to efficiently have a life, and this is going to be through doing a method in Nightmare Zone that lets you AFK for about 20 minutes straight without losing any experience, and you can actually AFK for even longer than that. I believe upwards of 40 minutes you can AFK for without dying in Nightmare Zone. But I would recommend you check your phone every 20 minutes. It's going to be using an app on your phone actually to do this method called Chrome Remote Desktop. And there's actually a few other apps you can use, such as LogMeIn or TeamViewer on your iOS or Android device. You're just accessing your computer while you're away, and you're going to be able to be gaining experience and EHP basically while you're at work, at school, hanging out with friends, whatever it may be. You know, basically living life. You're able to be gaining EHP while doing so. So it's a pretty good method. I would definitely recommend you guys begin doing it, because most of this experience, not all of it, is from Nightmare Zone. 52 mil attack, 35 mil strength about, and 30 mil defense, as well as almost 40 mil hit points. So definitely adds up over time. Definitely worth looking into. If you work at a job where you can take out your phone every 10-20 minutes or so to check your Nightmare Zone, it's not very intensive at all and pretty much requires little to no focus at all to do this method. So I'll gear up for you guys right now. This is the gear you're going to be wearing without the Steam staff. I'm gonna be using the bludgeon. You can actually use the whip instead. So I got a little tab here with all the gear I use, just for easy access. I'm gonna be using the bludgeon. Like I said, you can use. I'm training strength at the moment. I'm gonna just do strength because it's actually more efficient to do the bludgeon in Nightmare Zone for your strength XP rather than a whip. And whip, you're actually not supposed to train all three attack styles anymore, because you can actually get faster defense XP from, I believe, doing magic. It's 0 time doing magic, and then defense XP doing magic. And I think you can also get faster defense XP through chinning. So it's pretty interesting. So that's kind of the approach I'm going with my melee build. Fire cape, Nezi helm, amulet of torture, full bandos, Barrows gloves, primordial boots, berserker eye. And if you don't have that gear, you can just downgrade accordingly. And this is the setup I use here. I have 4 super combat potions. It's actually better to use super combat than overloads, because overloads drain to 0 after 5 minutes, and super combats actually last longer. So it's actually better to do them. And then I also have absorptions potions here, which I'm going to fill up my inventory with once I get the Nightmare Zone. I just like to keep them in my bank just for if I need to. It's easier to bank on your phone when you just take them out of the bank rather than using the barrel. So I like to keep some in stock in the bank. And I usually try to take them out of the barrel when I first go to Nightmare Zone. So I got 4 super combats, 9 prayer potions, and then you can get absorption potions right from here, which I'll just buy some more. And then you can imbue your rings on this screen here, and then also do your herb boxes. I may as well do my herb boxes before reset. But yeah, I would suggest doing your herb boxes. You will make enough points back to be able to afford to do herb boxes, and you'll be able to do herb boxes, and you can also be buying absorptions constantly, and you'll earn enough points back. So you're gonna make a dream here on Dominic Onion, and you're going to want to make sure this is a normal mode, not a hard mode, on the customizable rumble. So I'm going to select that. You're going to pay your 22k. If you have a quest cape, it's actually a bit cheaper than that. And then this is, I got a random. This is the monster layout I have. I have Count Draenor, King Rolad, the Kendall, Tree Spirit, Khazard Warlord, and that is it. So those are the monsters I have selected right now. I'm going to accept that. And usually when I'm in here, I turn off my private just so nobody PMs me, because if I'm in here, I'm not going to be replying to any messages I get most of the time. So yeah, there's that. And also, one tip, when you're actually sipping these absorptions, you can actually drink them a lot faster by drinking more than 1 potion at once. So as you can see here, I could drink 1 potion at a time, or I can do 4 different ones at once, or even 5. And you can see every tick you can drink multiple doses. So all of a sudden, boom, I got all my absorption damage stocked up. So, and the most you can have is 1,000 HP. If I try to drink more, it won't let me, which is the most you can do. I'm gonna sip your absorption. I usually do the spec attack just every now and then whenever I feel like it. It really doesn't matter doing the spec. For the prayer, I have my quick prayer set to superhuman strength, which increases your strength by 10%. So, and it also drains your prayer very, very slowly, as you guys can see. And I'm also wearing just full bandos. I'm not wearing prayer gear or anything like that. That's why the prayer gear isn't necessary, because of that. So you're just going to be AFKing here. I usually repot after I get to 110 stats. So once my strength and attack and defense are all at 110, I usually repot then. And I'm actually on the regular old school client. It would actually be a lot more effective if you use the Conduit client or the OS Buddy client, because it actually displays your boosted stats on the screen. So if I'm going to go on my phone to check the screen here, I'm gonna have to leave this tab open in order to see what my stats are. Rather than if you're on a different client, you can have your inventory open and you can see your stats like right over here, and then you can also just navigate through your potions here easier. I also have the Bone Crusher and the Holy Wrench in my inventory as well, just for more P-Pot restore, and also just from free prayer XP. I haven't actually trained any prayer post 99, so all this XP is from both Nightmare Zone, but most of it is from actually doing Bone Crusher dailies. But I've actually gained quite a bit of experience just from doing Nightmare Zone and the Bone Crusher. So that's it for this video, guys. Hopefully you guys utilize this method to make some massive gains while you're living life. It's a really easy method, and that's kind of why I consider melee in a way 0 time, because like you can do this method because everybody has to have a life. So this is a great way to be making gains while doing so. And also, one thing I forgot to mention is this method's also great if you do it before you go to bed, because what I usually do is when I go to bed, I go up to my room and I usually go on my phone for a little while, or watch a show or read or something like that. So I'm usually just hanging out in my room for a bit, and if you actually hop in this right before you go to bed, while you're trying to go to sleep, you're actually gaining XP just while trying to sleep and stuff like that. So it's like an extra 20 minutes of extra gains every day. And also, this method tends to average around 0.5 EHP an hour is what I usually like to go by. So if you have, let's say, 20 hours of school every week, if you're in Nightmare Zone the whole time for that, you could get an extra 10 EHP every week or something like that. So that's usually what I like to go by. So I would definitely recommend doing this method if you guys aren't doing it already. It's a really effective and efficient way to train your melees after 0 time, but then when it comes time to do Slayer, you can do a lot of extra magic because you don't need as much melees. So that's kind of the approach I'm going. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure to give it a like, and I will see you guys in the next one.